Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me. I'm doing a special live stream because Ledger.com has just announced a new product called the Ledger Stax, which is a small handheld tablet-sized cryptocurrency wallet slash manager. We're going to talk a little bit more about what it is. So let's jump in. Hey everybody, welcome here. I had the camera on Zoom because I was doing some Ledger stuff. We'll probably do a little bit of that in a minute. I'm going to focus that camera in on my Ledger device so you guys can see what's going on. But I was alerted by my Ledger rep that the Ledger Open is taking place today in Paris, and I was watching it, waiting for this new product announcement, and saw that they announced this new device called the Ledger Stax. And they brought in one of the Apple designers that worked on the iPod project, of all things. If you remember, the iPod was a groundbreaking device back in the early 2000s. Or was it before then? It's been a while, but it revolutionized the music industry. And so the Ledger Stax is not only a crypto wallet, but it can hold NFTs, it can hold digital IDs. It's going to kind of be your go-to wallet, so to speak, in the digital world. So let's jump in. First of all, I want to thank GT for being here with me this morning. I'm sure a lot of you will be watching this after the fact, but thanks for being here, GT. Hopefully more people will join in as we go along. Let's see. Let's go straight to the main event. This is the Ledger Stax. It's kind of weird. They look like DVD cases, really. But it's a cool device, as you can see, and it's got one of the things that they were talking about, and I'll give you a link to their Ledger Open live stream that you can check out on Twitter. But one of the things that they mentioned as they were introducing the device is that a smartphone looks like any other smartphone when it's off, to a certain extent, right? If you've got an older iPhone, you know, I would know not to pick it up. But if you had the newest iPhone, in deep purple, just like mine, and it was off sitting on a counter, I might accidentally pick it up. But this thing has a kind of a display that you can display your personalized NFTs even when it's off, right? So it's pretty cool. It's very personal, you know, something that will give you some sense of digital identity. And you can pre-order it now. I've got a link to this pre-order down in the description below, but just wanted to kind of show you what it is. There's a film. I won't run that in my live stream, but I've got a link to this page so you can check it out on your own if you want to. It's very, and one of the biggest complaints that I've been getting from people about the Ledger device or devices, the current lineup of Ledger devices, is that it's not intuitive, that it's hard to use. There's a big learning curve. Well, this little item looks like it's finally addressed that concern, right? Small, easy to carry, but also big enough to be intuitive, and it's got that nice touch screen on it. So what I'd like to jump into now, before we get too much further into it, is I'm going to mint one of these along with a special carrying case using the Ledger Market NFT. You saw me do this a couple weeks back when I minted. I bought the Ledger Market NFT, and then they gave me the free Ledger Black on Black NFT, which I needed in order to order this device, right? Now this device that I've got right here, which I was going to do a video on, is the Ledger Black on Black, which I think is really cool. And that's going to be my go-to ledger device once I get the setup done on that. But that was included with Ledger Market. But the Ledger Stax is, I'm going to have to buy it. But when I mint it, I'm going to get a special case. So let's jump into that. Let me move the chat window over here to the other side. Dave is here. Thanks for being here, Dave. As usual, you're a regular viewer on the Saturday night live stream. I hope I'm coming through loud and clear. No mic troubles today. Oh, you're at work. So just peek in a little bit here and there. Don't get busted goofing off at work. The best, unless you're like me and you work at home, you can kind of take breaks while you're working. But so what we're going to do is I'm going to go over here to this page on Twitter. And this is the Twitter thread about the Ledger Stax, the Ledger official Twitter thread. And this little shortcut link leads over to this page, right? But I'm going to scroll down just a tad here. And I'm going to mint one of these using my Market Pass. So pretty cool. I've already pre-ordered one, which I should have held off on, actually. I just wanted to get my order in before they sold out. So I have already ordered one through the pre-order page, or pre-ordered one, right? But I'm going to go ahead and do this mint for you guys so you can see. And let's check it out. Yeah, let me give you guys a link to this Twitter thread too. Let's see, I'm just going to slap it in here for you guys. Just get rid of this for a second. Just slap in that Twitter thread, just in case. Yeah, Twitter thread, all right? That's down in the description below. If you look down in the description below, you can see that we're going to mint the Stax bundle today. And I've got a link for a pre-order for the Stax bundle, which is linked to my affiliate account. So if you use this link, I will get credit for it. So if you are considering ordering this, or you just want to check it out, I would encourage you to use my affiliate link, whether you buy one or not, right? So let's jump into the business at hand. Let's go over to this mint page. All right, and it asks me to connect my wallet. I've got my Ledger device connected. Oop-a-doop-a-doo. Let me zoom in here so you guys can see what I'm doing. And yeah, we've got our Ledger device ready to go. Let's make sure that we're in the Ethereum app. Let's see where we're at here. Looks like I wasn't. Maybe I was. It took me out to this page here. All right, but here I am in my Ethereum app, right? I'm going to click that. All right, and now I'm going to say connect wallet. And I'll open the link to Ledger Live. All right, I'll go ahead and open my Ledger Live link. That takes me over here to the Ledger Stax page. And I'm going to mint the Ledger Stax NFT bundle. All right, it's a little pricey, right? It's 0.22 ETH, but that's, I'm basically buying the product. But by using the mint feature, I'm also going to get a magnet shell and a little piece of art. So let's see how that goes. Hopefully this won't be an epic fail, and you guys will see me work this mint thing. All right, so I'm going to put it up to quantity 1. And let's cross our fingers here. Let's go ahead and do the mint. Just to let you know, I do have the Ledger Market NFT, which gives me access to this stuff, which I can show you in a bit here. But just rest assured that I do have the Ledger Market NFT in this particular wallet, right? And that's what gives me access to this bundle here. So I'll click mint. Cross your fingers. Here we go. See what happens. Alrighty there. I'm authorizing the 0.22 ETH, which I do have in the wallet. Hopefully. Network fees, $9. I can handle that. It looked like 9,000 there for a minute. $9. So my total is $285, right? Let's hit continue here. All right, now I'm going to need to authorize this on my device. What does it want me to do? Ah, okay. So I think what it wants to do is install the Stax app, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what it makes me do here. It's all fun and games, right? All right, there. Oh, okay. I got to open the Ledger Market app. Okay, I can do that. I thought I had that installed already. Maybe there was an updated version of it. All right, so now I'm going to review the transaction. All right, there we go. I'm doing the pre-sale mint from the Ledger Market, quantity 1, 0.22 ETH. It's like $300, right? Something like that. Accept and send. I'll hit both buttons. And let's see what happens. Transaction sent. Okay, I got an alert down in the screen there below. Looks like they only have 10,000 of these bundles. I was alerted by my Ledger rep that they were doing this today. Okay. You are not able to mint. Are you kidding me? Why not? Limit set per wallet. Whatever that means. Maybe I got it. I don't know. Okay, it says transaction done. Click here to see operation. Sent, not confirmed. View on Explorer. It says it was successful. Okay, so I think that little pop-up that we got was just, now that I've already minted it, I can't mint anymore, I guess. Although it had a quantity there. So let's see. Let's go back here and see if anything... Whoops. Okay, we got through that. We got through this. Oh, that's where... that's the one I already ordered with real money. Let's see. Let's go back down to this. Oh, where was that mint thing? Where did that go? Okay, here. All right, so let's do... Oh, I was in Ledger Live, all right? Wasn't on a web page anymore. So I think I minted it. Let's go back to the... I'm kind of afraid to leave this page, but I guess there's not much I can do if it didn't work, right? It's kind of an overview of what's going on here. Some of the artists, I believe, that were involved in this. Pretty cool. I can always go back to Ledger Market, I guess. Let's go to accounts. Let's go to our Ethereum main. Here we go. I was able to mint that. Did I mint it or not? I sure hope I did. Oh, look, there it is. Boom, it did it. Yay, I got it. All right, I'm going to put this thing down for a second. Okay, so yay. All right. So I was able to mint the Ledger Stax NFT. So it looks like it's going to be very similar to the way the Ledger Black worked. Let me show you this Ledger Black, man. This thing is really cool. Let's see. Let's give you a side shot, right? All right, we'll turn this thing off. Sorry about that. Let's zoom out. Oh, yeah, okay. It's pretty close, right? So this is our Ledger Black on Black, and I think I've already marred it by getting a fingerprint on there. Doggone it. Yeah. Let's clean it off just a little. So this was the Ledger Black, and that thing is still there. I'll have to use some Windex here in a bit. I have not set this thing up yet, but it is a special limited edition of the Ledger Nano X. I haven't even peeled the plastic off it. I haven't done my unboxing video on it yet. So I will do that here either today or tomorrow, so you guys can check this out. But this is a Ledger Nano X, right? This is a standard Ledger Nano X, just kind of a limited edition. Pretty cool. So, but what I wanted to say about that is that when I minted the NFT for this item with my Ledger Market NFT, I had a Ledger Black on Black NFT here in my list of NFTs. And then I used it when I placed the order. So here's that ledger stacks. Pretty sure it's not showing me much right now, but I'm pretty sure I got it. Let's hope, right? And then I also got this other thing here, this little piece of art, whatever that is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got everything, right? Still kind of funky. And when I got my previous one, the Ledger NFT, black on black NFT, there was a certain day that I was able to actually claim it, right? And it took me to the Ledger shop, and I was able to actually claim it, which I did on a live stream a few weeks back. So hopefully everything will work out that way. All right, so let me see if there's any questions here. No, today's not Saturday. Today is Tuesday, but it is the day of Ledger Open. Let's see here. I think we go back up. I think I go back here. Yeah, I think they're still talking. So this is Ledger Open. I'm going to put a link to this down in the description for you guys. Whoops, this is the Ledger Open. And they spell it with a 3, huh? Like that. In Paris. Let's go there. And there you go. So if you want to link, if you're wondering why I'm doing all this, you can link into that and see that they're still... it looks like they're done. So basically, it's like 41 minutes, and I put a link to that down in the description if you want to listen to that. They've already wrapped up. They started at 3 p.m. Central European time and 9 a.m. our time. So I was alerted to this event, and so I was watching it when they announced this new product. So if you want to watch the Ledger Open in Paris, the 2022 Ledger Open, they've just wrapped up. So it's no longer live, but it's about 41 minutes. Pretty cool, where they talk about what this thing is, and it talks about the current environment. Right. We've been talking a lot about the FTX collapse, but for Ledger as a company, it was kind of a defining moment for Ledger, because even though they've been around since 2017 as a hardware company involved in crypto, this FTX collapse brought a lot of people into the self-custody space, right? So I've been into self-custody since 2017, but I've also talked about Bitcoin and the market and other coins and new coins and that kind of stuff, and the underlying technology, and gained a following. But there was really, it was kind of a niche community until 2020. And when 2020 rolled around, that was when crypto started to explode. And then in early 2021, when Elon Musk announced that Tesla had bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, that's when the mainstream crypto audience became awake, right? That's when mainstream people started taking notice of crypto and got into an awareness of crypto and in the crypto market. And so there's a larger audience now that knows about crypto, what it is, and what its potential is. And that huge audience was very disappointed in 2022 with the collapse of the Terra ecosystem and the collapse of the crypto market, due in large part to the Fed raising rates. So the broader markets were also in decline in 2022. But the FTX collapse, which was the collapse of the FTX cryptocurrency exchange, really brought home how important self-custody is, right? And so this is kind of a boon, not only to my channel, because I focus on education. I don't really focus, I'm not a crypto joy boy that talks about the latest coin. I will talk about coins in relation to how you are able to manipulate them and manage them, buy and store them, right? But I'm not an advocate of the crypto investment space, right? I'm more in the educational self-custody space. And my channel focuses more on self-custody. So the FTX collapse has kind of been a boon for my channel as well, because I'm getting a lot more views. People are getting more interested in my videos on setting up wallets and Ledger wallets and Trezor wallets. And I've got hundreds of videos on how to manage crypto safely and securely in your own wallet. And so here we are. Ledger has just announced this new device, the Ledger Stax, and I don't know that much about it right now. I know about as much as you do, but I did want to get in and get one minted just so I could get it under my belt. And hopefully those NFTs that I just purchased are going to I can be able to redeem those. I've got these in my Ledger wallet now. They're not really showing up as anything, which is kind of strange. But we can see on the blockchain, which was over here, that I successfully minted those, right? And they're in my wallet. So I'll be able to get the special edition of the Ledger Stax when it's available. Let's see. I want to kind of get caught up with questions. My Kenneth is here, a regular viewer. Dave is here. Double Aught is here, who just gave me a 50 double Aught, and I appreciate that. You're quite generous. I appreciate it very much. But let me just go ahead and greet everyone that came here on this early on a Tuesday afternoon, which is kind of weird. Actually, still Tuesday morning, right? So thanks for joining me on an early Tuesday morning. I really appreciate it. The Ledger Stax was just unveiled, a new device. Which one is safer than... I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Ledger Nano X and the Ledger Stax are equally safe, right? That word, it's kind of a buzzword in the crypto space. A lot of people ask me stuff like, is this safe? And my answer is always yes with a qualifier. It's safe if you manage it properly. One of the biggest hacks that we get, if you even want to call it a hack, is, let me see if this thing is working. No, that's okay. How's that? That looks all right. I just need to move just got to move the green screen over just a tad. Oh yeah, that looks all right. Basically, whoops. I'm gone. I just want to face you guys while I'm reading the live stream over here. And I lost my train of thought. One of the ways that people get quote unquote hacked is they get tricked into revealing their recovery phrase. I guess it doesn't really take a whole lot for a scammer to convince a newbie to provide the recovery phrase. A lot of people don't realize how important that is. The recovery phrase is that list of words that you write down when you first set up your device. It's an industry standard, so a lot of most self-custody wallets will give you some kind of backup phrase, whether it's a 12-word or 24. There are other sizes, but those are the two most common, right? So once you have been provided that phrase and you've written it down, that is the key to accessing your wallet. A lot of people don't realize that. They tend to look at the device as the be-all, end-all, right? Oh, I put all my crypto in here, and if I lose this device, I'm screwed. That's the general attitude of a newbie. They don't realize that that 24-word recovery phrase, and I don't think I have an example of one at the moment. Actually, I do. This is a 24-word card. So you may have seen these before, right? You get a little card. It comes within your ledger device, and you use it to write down your 24 words, right? The device will give you those words when you initialize it, right? It's a random list. The device issues, or the device is designed to generate a random key. So out of billions and billions of possible combinations, you get your own, which keeps your wallet safe. And these words will back it up. So, of course, this is an incomplete list. I don't have all 24 words written down in this particular. But if, for whatever reason, something happens to this device, all you need to do is get a replacement device, and you can restore using the words that you've written down. And so what happens is scammers will convince people to provide those 24 words to them. They'll claim that they're from Ledger, or they'll claim that they're from tech support of some, tech company or whatever, and they'll get into a chat with someone or an email exchange, and they'll convince them that in order to regain, and they'll scare them. They'll say, oh, you're going to lose access to your crypto unless you give me these words and I'll help you. That's the play. And so what happens is a newbie, unsuspecting newbie, will give out those words to someone, either over the phone or in an email or in a DM chat window. And as soon as that happens, the attacker / scammer will just empty their wallet, right? Because all the attacker has to do once he gets the recovery phrase is restore it to one of his devices or one of his wallets, and he can easily transfer all of the crypto stored in the wallet out of the user's wallet to his own wallet, right? And so when that happens, people think, oh, my ledger got hacked. All of a sudden, my ledger emptied out. What happened? Somebody hacked my ledger. No, they didn't hack your ledger. They hacked you, right? They tricked you into revealing your private key, and then they were able to empty your wallet. So the ledger device is safe, right? That's the question I was starting. Is it safe, right? Just don't reveal your backup phrase to anybody, and then it'll be really safe. As far as the chip element on the, let me pull this guy up here so what we're talking about, right? The chip element on this might be slightly different than the Ledger device, and I get a lot of questions about, the Ledger architecture, the hardware architecture on the Ledger Nano X and this new Stax is proprietary, right? And so it's not safe. That's not necessarily true. The device, any device can be tested as a black box. We learn about this in software engineering, is that any device or piece of software can be treated like a black box. You put something in, you get something out. So you can take a ledger device, and you may not know what the proprietary architecture is, but you can test the device by generating random private keys. You can reinitialize the device multiple times, and then you can check the output. And is it giving random private keys? Yes, it is, right? Of course, in order to know 100%, you would have to do this to infinity, which no one is ever going to do. But a reasonable amount of testing will confirm that this device generates random private keys. And that's what's important, all right? And is it safe and secure? Can it be like broken open and, hacked on and that sort of thing? There are certain, you'll see on YouTube videos, and the people will say, oh, the device has been hacked. And those are very specific hacks with a very small attack window. You have to have physical possession of the device, first of all, right? So most of the time, you, the owner, are the one with the physical access to the device, right? It's my device. No one's going to hack it because I'm not going to let somebody into my house, that's going to break it open with, soldering irons and do all kinds of freaky stuff to it, right? It's my device. I keep it safe and secure, just like I would a gold coin, right? If I owned a gold coin, I wouldn't be like handing it out to strangers so that they can, walk off with it, right? So we keep our device safe and secure within our own space, right? Our house, we've got locks on our windows and doors, right? So the device is safe from those kinds of physical attacks because I have physical possession of the device, right? As far as the how the device works, it's been tested by third parties. It's been tested by white hat hackers. So yes, it is a safe device. And I'm assuming that this new device will also be safe and secure. But you have to remember, once it becomes ubiquitous, people might accidentally leave it laying around in a coffee shop and that sort of thing. So in that sense, it might be a little more vulnerable once it becomes commonplace, like a smartphone, right? But if someone were to steal my smartphone, they wouldn't be able to access it because it would be locked, right? They would need my face to unlock it or my PIN, which I have a really long PIN. So, it's just as safe and secure as your phone would be. If you have a 1111, 4-digit PIN unlock on your phone, then someone that finds your phone pretty much easily going to be able to open it. But I don't think they even allow you to use 1111 anymore or 1234. Once again, thanks, Double Aught. All recovery phrases are lowercase. There is no it's a case, what we call case insensitive. The recovery phrase, if the BIP as I mentioned, this is an industry standard. They have this list in other languages, but basically it is a list of 2,048 English words, and they are English words, right? I get a lot of people, they think, oh, maybe it's bounce with, a K instead of a C or something, and it's never a misspelled word, right? It's always a real English word from this list. So there's nothing special about the words except that they're put into this list, right? So it's an industry standard. It's going to be around for years. A lot of people wonder about that too. What if the list goes away? That sort of stuff. It's not going to happen. And it's not case sensitive, right? It's not like, oh, I have to remember that the A was capital, or I have to remember that, it's like a camel case and there's an uppercase C in the middle of the word. That's never going to happen, right? And there's no digits, and there are no punctuation marks like periods or commas or colons or anything like that. It's just straight up lowercase English words, right? Most of the time, if you're inputting this into a recovery interface, you could have your cap locks on and it really wouldn't matter, right? They're just looking for the words. Yeah. Let me go up a little bit here. All ledger devices should be equally safe because the private key is inside the devices which are manually approved. Yes, the private key never leaves the device. Once the device gets initialized and provides you that backup phrase, it never does that again, right? I mean, there are ways to verify it. There's a little app on here that will allow you to verify. You can input your list and it'll tell you, yeah, that's the right list, that kind of stuff. But day to day, that private key is not displayed. And a lot of people will ask me stuff like, can I see the private key? No, you can't. It's stored internally. There's really no reason for you to see it. It's just a really long code that is used cryptographically to authorize transactions. So if you want to make any kind of transaction, a transfer in or out, or approve a smart contract or a swap or something like that, the request gets sent to the device across the cable or across Bluetooth if you're using your phone. And then once that request gets inside the device, cryptographic, it's like a digital file, then the magic takes place inside the device. The private key is used to confirm, is this an authorized request? And if it is, should I sign it, right? And you are the one, by using the buttons, to make that decision, right? It gives you a breakdown of what it is you're requesting. And then when you get to that little approve and you click both buttons, you're authorizing the private key to sign that transaction. Once that's done, the signed transaction goes out. And that's another cryptographic authorization, like a data file, but it does not have the private key in there. The private key is done after it signs the transaction. Then you have what's called a cryptographically signed authorization, which goes back out to the main part of the wallet, which would be, your Ledger Live. And then the Ledger Live is the outward component of the wallet. It signs the transactions. It allows you to manage your crypto. So if you're doing a send, that last step will be showing you what happened. It'll show how much you sent going out, that kind of stuff. Is the new Ledger Wi-Fi and Bluetooth compatible? I would assume yes. I would assume Bluetooth at the least, right? The Ledger Nano X is Bluetooth compatible. Where are we here? I'm assuming this works with Bluetooth. I don't know everything about it yet. I haven't even watched the full video on everything that it does. But you can just sort of see from the outward interface that you can manage crypto. You do have to interact with your phone. I saw a demo on their live stream, which I've got linked to down below. It does work in conjunction with your phone, right? So once again, you've got the device, which holds the private key, which is safe and secure. And then you have the phone app, which helps you manage transactions in and out, or, are you going to sign something? Are you going to display an NFT? So they talked about, before they, showed the device, they talked about how we manage our assets in the real world, right? I have a wallet, right? I have a wallet and it's got, it's got my ID in there. It's got my Michigan driver's license. I have some credit cards, maybe a debit card or two in there. And that's what I need when I'm out and about, right? To make purchases or access ATMs or my bank account, or, show my ID when I'm in a bank or to a traffic cop or anything like that. And those assets or, this wallet is not digital, right? It is to a certain extent because now most credit cards have chips on them. So most of the purchases that we're making are digital. I don't carry cash in this thing. There is a little money clip on it, but I very rarely carry cash out in the real world. Everything is done through credit cards and debit cards digitally, right? But Ledger is talking about migrating that over to a device like this, right? And this device is future geared, right? So I believe, I'm not sure if I can do this in Michigan, but I believe there are certain states that will recognize a digital ID that you show a police officer on your phone. I believe that will pass for your ID in some states. If not now, it's in the works, right? So we want to be able to have secure digital assets available to us when we're out and about. And I think the idea with this Ledger Stax is that it's going to hold all of our digital stuff that we need, right? It's going to hold our crypto. It's going to hold our credit and debit cards in digital format. It's going to hold our IDs in digital format. It's going to hold NFTs that we, want to have and hold. And there might be more to that down the road, right? We might be interacting with more things digitally in the future. And that's what this device is for, right? It's to carry all of that stuff so that you theoretically, you're not going to need this wallet anymore, right? Now, when I go out, I make sure that I always carry my phone and my wallet with me, right? It's like a no-brainer. My phone, my wallet, and my keys for my car, house keys or whatever. And then sometimes I'll carry my Ledger device with me as well if I want to do crypto on the run. But perhaps 5, 10 years down the road, we definitely aren't going to need this thing anymore, right? All our credit cards can be stored digitally on this Stax. I'm just speculating here. I don't know. All our payment media can be stored on this digitally. And who knows, maybe even your car keys at some point can be stored digitally, because my car is a push button, right? So all I have is this little fob, which I need to have on my person in order for the car to unlock and start, right? So perhaps this device will, in the future, support car credentials, right? So maybe Tesla or Mercedes or Audi or whatever will have an option to store your digital key on a device such as this, so that now when I go out, really the only thing I need is my phone and this Stax, right? As long as the Stax is in my pocket, my car will start, right? I won't need my credit cards and my ATM anymore or my ID, because I can, manage all of those digital assets on a device like this. That's what this thing is looking forward to, the future, right? Right now it's crypto-centric, right? But they talked about in the live stream that this could be, your digital carrying case of the future. Okay, Arizona has a digital ID law. Okay, cool. All right, so basically I just wanted to get this out there for you guys so that you could check it out. Like I said, I have left some links down in the live stream below the description where you can pre-order the Ledger Stax if you want to. I've got a link to the Ledger Open in Paris. And a link to the Ledger Twitter thread, and of course all my normal affiliate links. I'm going to cut it short because I don't want this to go into the hours-long thing. But I will be following up with some more standalone videos on this device. And I'm going to be doing a new ledger setup video for 2022/2023 for all of you crypto heads out there. I want to thank everyone for being here with me today. I want to thank Double Aught for that generous tip. Want to thank everyone that subscribed to my channel and supports my channel. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, I'm still doing that live stream every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.